Hello and welcome to another Soul Leveling Arise video. In this video I will be covering the Battlefield of Time Season 2 Baruka fight with the request that there is no Emma used in this. I have gotten this question a couple of times of how this could be done for those people that don't have Emma, and this is pretty much the setup that I had come up with. In the first slot, I am using Cha. In the second slot, I'm using Choi. And in the third slot, I am using Bake. Pretty much for the Lee Bora side of it, for this run, you'll need at least an A3 Lee Bora. For the Choi spot, it's going to have to be at least an A3 Choi. And for Bake, it will have to be A2. Otherwise, it will increase the time drastically. So looking at their weapons, I do have a maxed out Choi weapon. Well, not maxed, but A5 Choi weapon. That is for the decreased defense that it'll be putting on the boss or attack or anything that he hits. Basically, he's always going to apply his burn. For Libora, I have her weapon, but this doesn't really matter too much because this only increases crit hit on the targets that she hits. So this isn't affecting anything, as our main damage dealer will be Choi and he cannot crit. And then lastly, I'll be using Bake's weapon. I'm just using the SR sword weapon. This really shouldn't even impact anything at all. So even without a weapon, he'd be just fine. In fact, if you use his weapon, it'll probably do more damage. For shadows, I do have a blade set for the first slot, as Choi again will be our main damage dealer. And also this will help Libora. In the second slot, I will be using Tusk. Tusk increases all the damage by the shadows, so I have him. And then I have Igris. I don't recommend using Iron or Tank in this, as Tank can make it so that it forces the boss to end a animation early in order to go into his 70% phase. And if you run Iron, then it's going to interfere with Choi's defense down or Bake's defense down. For artifacts in this, for Libora, I did 4-piece demonic set so that Choi can get his ultimate. Even if he is A3, he'll be getting his ultimate quite quickly. For right side, I did the outstanding connection. Again, this will be to buff Choi's attack. For Choi's left side, I did 2-piece one-hit kill set because we will be relying heavily on his ultimate for damage, and 2-piece of the Black Lion set just increase his attack a little bit more. On right side, I did Viridescent. We need his stuff to come off cooldown pretty quickly, and also to have that 18% attack increase without any conditions. For Bake, I am running the Solid Analysis set, this so he breaks faster, and right side I am doing the Viridescent so that he gets his skill cooldowns up faster. Alternatively, if you're fine breaking at a slower speed and need it more attack, you could switch this to the Blessing set. Looking at skills for this, they are quite low across the board, so it should be quite an easy run to get done. Libora's main skill that you're going to want is her Q, and her ultimate ability are used in this fight. I have her ultimate ability at 4, and her Q is at 6. So very reasonable and easy to get increased. Looking over at Choi, I do have his ultimate at 7 and his Q ability at 7. These are going to be the main parts of his damage in this run. His E is also used, and I think one part his core attack is used, but mostly it's just going to be his Q, his E, and his ultimate ability. And then looking lastly over at Bake, he's just going to be used for breaking, so none of these matter too much. If you do need a little bit of extra damage, then you can go into these a little bit more. But that's it for this build, for this run. So I'll just go ahead and I'll show you the run, and then you guys let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Spatial capture. Activating the summoning spell.
I'll make this a clean sweep. All black through. It's going to get a little hot in here. Let's have fun. satisfied.